Do, 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 do. Hey, hey, hey. Wait on you guys to come on in. I'm going to wait. Hey, you guys, we have an amazing day. Today, I'm super excited to be on live. I'm just excited about today, period. So I'm just going to say hello. I can't wait to tell you guys about who I have on the show today. Hello, Tonya. Hello, Divalicious. You better be Divalicious. Hey, Fraser Cheek. Hello, good to see you. Today is one of those days that I'm super proud about and extra excited because I have one of my favorite journalists on the show today. Her name is April Ryan. And for you guys who don't know who she is, you either had your head in a hole, or I don't know, or you've been living in a cave. I don't know how you cannot know who this young lady is, but April Ryan, honey, she speaks the truth down to the CNN in the White House. So I am excited to have her coming on today live. When I tell you it was a privilege, and I'm actually humbled that she said that she'll come onto my live and talk to you guys, because I got a question. And I'm going to just be me, and I'm going to ask her how I know how to ask. And I just want to know, listen, lady, how much trouble are we in? I mean, we see it, and we've seen it. Well, honey, she's in the White House, so she know exactly what the people are dealing with, and she see things that we do not see and things that we're certainly not privileged to. So I'm very curious to see what her answer is going to be. I have some fantastic questions here put together by my team, so I'm just cannot wait. I want to welcome you guys to On Live with Kiana Dancie. This is a show that will be here every day, Monday through Friday, and on Sundays we have Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. I must say that. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Sunday, we're going to have Celebration Sunday. When I tell you yesterday was amazing. We had Pastor Myers and Pastor Tracy from Life Changers ATL. It's my church here in Duluth, Georgia, and it was phenomenal. In addition to being phenomenal, we had my girl Darlene McCoy on it. And when I tell you that baby sang, yes, she did. She sang. So we had a good time yesterday. So if you missed it, don't worry. We will be here next week. Okay, next Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Why? Because I want you guys to go to church, come home, relax, still kind of be in church mode, but not quite out of it. You know what I'm saying? Sit down, jump on your live for the second dose of celebration, a word, and some praise and worship, and then you can get on into dinner. But on Sunday, you tend to have dinner early. So maybe you had dinner before you see me, or you want to have dinner right after you see me. Either way, I want you to come see me at 5 p.m. on Sunday. We have some of the biggest names in gospel going to come and hang out with us. We have James Fortune coming in. You heard me. We have Bishop Adams. You heard me. And I have some amazing guests that I'm not at privilege to tell you guys about yet, but on every last Sunday of the month, my pastors, Pastor Myers and Pastor Tracy, will be their senior pastors at the Life Changers ATL Church in Duluth, Georgia. So you would want to be on church. And also, you can, of course, we're not going to church in person right now, but you can check us out online, because that's where everything is right now. Online, honey. Go to Life Changers ATL on Facebook, and you can catch the service. When I tell you we get in and we get it. That's 11 a.m. every Sunday. Shout out to 50/50 Entertainment. I see you. Hey, Travel Diva. Thank you so much for coming in, hanging out with me on live. Hey, Chickadee. Good to see you, sis. I'm so grateful that you guys are hanging out with me today. Like I said, today we have Miss April Ryan. So if you guys don't know who she is, well, today you're going to learn. Hey, Tracy 24. Hey, girl. Hey, Faye Evans 1122. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. So what did y'all do today? Today was one of those, Monday is Monday. And it was one of those things that, sometimes Mondays can be horrible, or sometimes Mondays can be great. Monday was real easy, breezy, and it was just real cool. It was just very, very, easy to deal with, and it was just, I looked up, it was time to do the show, so I was excited. Hey, Mr. Griffin, you out there causing some trouble with the people? Hey, who is Polly Fool? Hey, girl. GR Quan, relax. Hello, Monta Flavor. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming on to the live. Like I said, today we're going to interview Miss April Ryan. She's an author. She's a CNN analyst and also a White House correspondent. So when I tell you today, we're going to get it all. We're going to get the truth. I'm not going to hold nothing back. I want her to just tell us everything that she can tell us about what is going on with our current situation. Because, honey, is bad. Hey, author Avery Washington, shout out to you and thank you for always being so supportive and consistent. We will get you on the show very soon. From what I understand, Nicole has already been in communication with you, so that too, I am very, very excited. Mr. Joy Boy, hello, good to see you. I see you. I see you've been over there cooking jollof rice. Okay, I see you. Shout out to all my Nigerian friends and supporters that's on the live. I appreciate you. Like I said, today we're going to have an amazing day. We have Miss April Ryan. She's an author. She is a White House correspondent and also a CNN analyst. So you guys are in for a treat. And she has some new book out called Under Fire. April Ryan, Under Fire. And as you may know about her, if you don't know this about her, she's very outspoken. She keeps it real, and she's gonna call you out on your BS, and also she's gonna keep the people truthful. So that is what I mostly appreciate about her, because we can go to her and she will always keep it real. And with all the so many smoke and mirrors and so many misconceptions and so many things that we're not sure about, to have someone that look like us who can relate to us in the White House and can always bring it back to us is a good time. Hey, Jessica, Wendy, Nicole, good to see you. Thank you so much for coming on to the live. Again, if you're just tuning in, welcome to On Live with Kiana Dancie. It's going to be one of those days. We're going to have my girl April Ryan on the live, and she was currently on the live right on before here, so she may be getting her stuff together to come back on. But again, I am just excited to be able to say that she is going to be on the show. So I was asking you guys earlier, what are you guys doing? How are you staying motivated? Atlanta, unfortunately, Georgia has decided to open. I don't know where you guys are and what you're doing, but I don't care who opened. Because as for me and my house, we are closed. I'm not going out. I'm not going to entertain the outside until I think it's safe. And you would never really think it's fully safe, because definitely the world has changed. But here's the thing. I am convinced that, there's no reason to rush. If they can't tell me how this thing is transmitted or where it come from, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm not going to. It's no reason for me to rush into this thing at all. And I feel as though the best thing to do is just kind of let the folks go outside and see who. You go outside and come back and tell me how it look. Hey, DJ Kene, I see you. Hey, Jenny. Hey, girl. Hey, DJ Wild Style. Thank you for coming on to the live. So, yeah, we're isolating, too. We've decided that we're just going to hang out and stay close to the house. What do you think about the people in Gresham Park? Ridiculous. I saw that video, and I was quite disappointed, because a lot of those people in there, they looked like they had enough sense to know that, one, this is a real thing. And the one thing that I actually heard today, and it was Tyler Perry mentioned it, he said that his doctor told him that a lot of people, or specifically African Americans, are suffering, getting hit the hardest with this because they're vitamin D deficient. Now, I don't know if you know this, guys. Vitamin D is one of the vitamins that we lack mostly in our body. So to not have vitamin D and not take a supplement, and also you get sick, that's going to complicate your recovery, and also make the opportunity of you getting sicker more realistic. Because the issue is, a lot of us, and to be honest, let's be real honest, a lot of us don't have health care. So you're going to go out and hang out in this park, you're not social distancing, you don't have a mask on, you don't have gloves on, you don't know who's asymptomatic, and then you're going to go out here, frolic with these people, congregate with these people, get sick, come back home and get everybody else at home sick. And then you're going to go to the city hospital because you don't have no health care, and then you're going to put pressure on the hospital. You're going to strain the hospital. Is that wise? Is that smart? That's not smart to me. That's not wise. Shout out to Troy Rollins. Hello, good to see you. One of the best acting coaches in the business. Hey, Mr. Music, one of the dopest producers in the business. Hello, Kiss Brownberry. Hello. Good to see you guys. So what I thought about the people being in the actual Gresham Park yesterday in Atlanta, Georgia, I thought it was irresponsible. I thought it was inconsiderate. And I just think it's too soon. And I really believe that the people who are really putting up this type of pressure on the system are going to be the ones who we're going I'm sorry to say this, rest in peace to you and yours. Because if there's a disease or a virus out there, you don't know how it's transmitted, you don't know how to really prevent getting it, why would you do that? It makes no sense to me. So I'm quite disappointed. at the end of the day, what I'm doing is, I'm just staying away from my just protecting my family, staying away from those I know who are not being responsible. I'm isolating myself. I go to the market. I wear my mask. I wear my gloves because the goal is to make sure that you protect you and then also your family at home. And if everybody think like that, essentially everything will be okay. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cam's sister that just got on. I see you. Do you have her number? I am super excited that I am, today again, we are just going to have Miss April Ryan on the live. And what I'm doing is, I'm going to go ahead and, I got it. So they're looking for her. She'll be on the live in a quick second. I actually just sent her an email to remind her, hey lady, what you doing? But she was on live right before us. So don't worry, I got it. Hey Rev Bullock, good to see you. Shout out to Nicole Estelle. If you guys, thank you. Yes, April, she's coming on. Can you believe it? On you. Okay, so here it is. Boom. All right. So what I was going to say to you. So yes, it was very irresponsible to have the young lady, those kids. It was kids out there too. Children, grown folks, old folks. And when we were watching the video, a friend of mine was like, oh, they all look young. So she was trying to blame it on their age. And it was not that at all. These people were adults. These people had the ability to say, you know what? We should not be out here at all. But they did not. So in my opinion, they don't care. So I can't care more for you than you care for yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So they didn't have any, they're adults who are making conscious decisions to hang out. And, they were drinking and smoking and having a good time, which again, weakens your immune system. So again, let's address this. You are drinking and smoking. You have compromised immune systems probably because, most Black people have some sort of underlying medical issue, whether that's a slight high blood pressure or if that's diabetes, which some of us call the sugars. You know what I'm saying? Some of us might have that. Some of us, some people, I don't know. Some people may just have something as simple as asthma. All of it is an issue when you're dealing with something called corona. Corona does not care, and it doesn't care if you're black, white, blue, orange, old or young, gay or straight. It does not care. So, and when the virus gets in your bloodstream, guess what it do? It takes havoc on everything. All your organs, your mind. They say it messes with everything, and it's unpredictable. So why would you do that to yourself? That's very irresponsible. So you guys are just coming on to the live. Welcome to On Live with Kiana Dancie. Today we have Miss April Ryan. She's a CNN correspondent and also White House correspondent. So I'm very excited to have her on the live today because when I tell you, I'm just going to get to it. I'm going to read her bio real quick, but I'm going to get into it because I want to know just what y'all want to know. How did we get here? How did y'all, because I didn't vote for them. How did y'all, and this is her on the live now, so let me go ahead and get to it. So we've been waiting. Uh-oh, I did something wrong. I made a mistake. Hey, April, I see you. I'm going to get you in. Hold on. There you are. Hey. Hey, lady.
Do you see me?
You're kind of blurry right now, but I'm not sure if it's still trying to come in. Hold on. Let me see what's happening. Oh, okay, come on. She's gone. I'm going to get you back. Hold on. So when you come back in, we'll get you on. So while we're doing that, y'all, let me read her bio. No, I want to read her bio while she's on here because she deserves all the accolades. And let's get April back in. Bam.
Hey.
There you go. Hey, pretty. How are you?
Oh, my goodness. How you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to be seen. Good to see you. Thank you for having me on. Hey, everyone.
Absolutely. So if you could, I want you to turn up your volume because you're kind of low. And I know that you've been talking all day long, so I'm going to get straight to it. I'm going to read your quick little, I'm going to read this bio. Listen, your bio is so long, but I'm going to get to it. I want to make sure that people know that you served on the board of the prestigious White House Correspondents Association. You are one of 3 African Americans in the association over 100 years to ever serve on this board. When I tell you that's an accolade, come on, sis. You are an author, a mother, a correspondent, and you are, listen, whether you know us now, you are our sister in our head. And every Black person head, you are our sister. So welcome to On Live with Kiana Dancie.
Well, I appreciate you having me on. I appreciate the invite. I'm sorry I'm tardy for the party, but I'm here,
No,
Kiana. I'm here.
we talk this okay because we did a lot of talking, but let me do this. I have got to get straight to the point because so many people have, my mom got questions. Listen,
We got to
April,
answer Mama's questions. I'm telling you.
yes, you are one of my mother's favorites. And I
Uh,
want to say this, April, Miss Ryan,
Call me April.
how did we get to the point? How did we get here? To the point where the president of the United States is telling us to drink bleach and then backtrack and lie and say he didn't say that. Please tell me,
Did he
how
actually
did
backtrack and
we
lie?
get
He said
here?
he was being sarcastic. I didn't see
Either way,
sarcasm. I didn't see sarcasm. I saw foolishness. And
I did.
you are supposed to be able to trust and believe what
Mm-hmm.
a president of the United States says at any
Mm-hmm.
given time, especially for a time such as this when there are people dying, people
Yes.
getting sick, people not working.
Yep.
To
Yep.
say something like that shows the amount of intelligence that this alleged genius has. And maybe I shouldn't say it, but I'm sorry. I'm
Say it.
done.
Keep it real.
I'm done with this because you know what? I just lost someone in my church
Mm.
over the weekend.
Mm.
Young woman who had to go for assisted living
Mm.
in a nursing home.
Young person.
Young enough, yeah. And she went to the nursing home. She was in the nursing home because she was in assisted living. And then she got sick with it and she died this weekend. They said she was in hospice. And I was like, what? I know at least 13 people in New York, New Jersey, Detroit, Florida. Do I know some people? Yeah. The friend just died. Who have it. The vast majority of people have survived from it, but I've lost one person personally that I know. That was this weekend. My boyfriend, let me not say, my boyfriend's cousin.
Come on, boyfriend.
Yeah. Oh, that's my baby. My boyfriend's cousin has it. This is just, it's too much, and it didn't have to be.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
Benny Thompson, Congressman Benny Thompson of Mississippi. He is the head of the House Homeland Security Committee.
Mm-hmm.
He has documentation from December 2019 stating from world organizations like the World Health Organizations, all sorts of organizations that warned us that this was coming.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was ignored. Susan Rice, Barack Obama, all of them said, look, you need to watch out for possibilities of a pandemic. They ignored it then. And let's clear this up. COVID-19, it's 19 because it happened in 2019. Novel means new, the novel coronavirus. President Trump wants to say that it was Barack Obama's fault and he didn't get the test kits. It wasn't any test kits for Barack Obama to give at the time because it wasn't any coronavirus, novel coronavirus or COVID-19 at the time. And crazy Rush Limbaugh wants to say this is the 19th version. Boy, bye.
Right.
People need truth. They need to understand. There needs to be empathy. People don't have work. People are scared. This is not a time to play with people. If you don't know, my mother used to always tell me, if you don't have anything nice to say, shut up. Don't say a word.
Absolutely. And this is exactly why I really wanted you on the live, because I knew that you, not only you're privy to conversations that we don't oftentimes get to see, because as a person of media, you know, we get told things and we hear things, but you know what is going on in that White House in those briefings. And so what's so disappointing, my mama knew about COVID-19 in December. My birthday is in December, and I wanted to go out of town. And my mother kept saying, no, you're not going anywhere. She said, you're going to celebrate your birthday here.
Because everybody was saying what was happening in China.
Yep.
But our president, I'm looking at it. It's over there. It's not going to come over here. Wrong again.
And that's what's so disappointing, is that he won't even take responsibility when he's wrong. See, a good leader would admit he's wrong. He would address it and move on. Like I just don't understand how anyone, after all that we see, all the suffering that everybody is experiencing right now, how we could allow him to get back into office. So I'm hoping that all of these things that's unfolding will turn into him getting out. So what, in your opinion, what needs to happen? And I understand that, there's so many things that are wrong and so many things that are happening, but what, in your opinion, who do we need to reach to make sure that there is not another 4 years of Trump?
Well, I can't tell you who to vote for. I'm a
Oh, I
judge.
mean, well,
I know, I can't tell you who to vote for, but I'm gonna tell you this: go to the polls. As a journalist, I am not supposed to be biased, but I'm gonna say this to you: this is a hot, steamy, stinky mess.
it is,
and it makes you want to cry.
Yeah.
People's confidence has been rocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to get our nails done. Mine look atrocious.
A mess.
My cuticles need to be, taken care of. But guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do those cuticles at home.
Yeah.
Because and I'm gonna tell you this. My hairdresser, she comes to my house, and she hasn't been coming to the house, and she's taken an awful hit. And I called her yesterday. I said, look, I'm gonna bless you. And I just sent her some money. She didn't get anything from SBA. And I'm not saying this to pat myself on the back.
Yeah.
But I need my hair done. I need my hair done. I've been in, my girlfriend said a lot of us are hiding it well because we all look like Celie from The Color Purple, truth be told.
Girl, you don't want to see what's up under this wig. You hear me, April?
I know, right? So I'm not that girl who did my hair in the house. My mother didn't do the hair, so she was like, we're going to the hairdresser. It wasn't a luxury. It was just the fact that they weren't taught,
Sure.
And I did the best I can with my kids. They said, oh, mommy, I like this. So I'm glad they like it this week. Because I did I called myself doing those little box braids. It didn't turn out so well.
Get you a wig. Get your hairstylist to send you a wig, because that's the one thing. I got 2 or 3 wigs I can pop in and out of. That at the very least, I won't look crazy until I get in front of her.
Well, the bottom line is my hairdresser, I sent her some money, and she's been reaching out to us and saying, well, do this and do that. And we are. And people who are hurting, I'm trying to be there for. It just, this time really gets to me.
I already know where you're going, because it breaks my heart on all levels how literally it seems like we know there's been a deliberate and a direct kind of like destruction.
People are playing with lives.
Yes.
We should not be seeing governors having a bidding war over ventilators.
Yep.
This is not about money. This is about people's lives.
Yes.
The president takes an oath of office to protect and serve.
Yes.
The Department of Homeland Security, it has FEMA. Under the Homeland Security Office is FEMA. FEMA is supposed to take care of the masks, the gowns, the ventilators, and the testing kits.
Yes. But we can't even get
bidding war then? Why is there a bidding war then? So the bottom line is, I'm not going to tell you who to vote for.
You're just going to tell us to go vote.
Go vote. Politics is personal. And if you personally haven't been affected, shame on you.
Right. And you know what I said yesterday, actually, I told my mom, I said, COVID-19 has actually put everybody on the same playing level. It doesn't matter if you have money. It doesn't matter if you're yellow, blue, orange, or black. It does not matter, because we all have been affected. Our knees. And this is a praying moment, because if you don't know who to turn to now, if you don't know who to turn to then, I bet you know who to turn to now. And so it's very unfortunate that we have to get to this point where we've lost so many jobs. There's people are on the brink of getting their house foreclosed on.
Oh, right.
There's
most definitely
foreclosures. The market was the economy was good. It's like he deliberately destroyed anything that had Barack Obama's name on it. The pandemic, there was a whole organization, a whole division of the government that was built to help support something like this, but he dismantled it.
So let me say this to you. This is nothing but ACA all over again, because look at the people who are impacted by this. Us.
Yes.
Everyone is impacted, but we are disproportionately impacted.
Absolutely.
I'm one of those who have underlying issues. And that's
my mom too.
That's one of the reasons why I'm choosing not to go to the White House, but working from home, because I'm a divorced mother, and God forbid if I get sick, my babies have no one. And I'm trying to be there for them. I'm trying to see my grandchildren. My kids are 12 and 17. But, next year, my daughter's supposed to be her last year of high school, and she's going to go to college. I want to be there for that. And people don't realize everyone has layers. Yeah, you see us on TV, but we're also mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers. We have people we're accountable for. But I'm still doing my job, and I'm still doing it to the best of my ability. But, what I want people to understand is this is impacting everyone. And I find myself in tears a lot lately. And I didn't realize, I thought I was a strong person. But when I see my friends talking about, I don't know how I'm going to make it. I see people out on the street. I see those numbers. I don't look at numbers. I see people. And you cannot be in this position and be at the White House for 23 years and 4 presidents and not understand it's about we, the people, all of us. Yeah. It's not about them. It's about you and what you need to do. One of the questions, I'm getting back to what you said, what do you need to do? Not only vote, but you need to tell your audience, you need to get on the phone, call your congressman. You need to get on the phone and call the White House. You need to make sure they know your name and your situation. Because if you don't make the wheels squeak, they're not going to hear you.
Yeah. I called the governor's office today. They told me they was closed. Oh, you closed, but Georgia's open?
What state are you in?
Georgia. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. And Brian Kemp opened up everything. Why does the barbershops need to be open? Why does
wait. Say this again. So Georgia is now opening up, and you called the governor's office and they're closed?
Closed. Closed.
That's a new
due
story
to the corona outbreak. I said, oh, really?
Yeah, that's a new story. So tomorrow night, I'm going to be hosting this NAACP forum. I got to pull it up. I've been just talking, and because people need to know they have a right to ask questions. They have a right to be heard. We pay taxes just like everybody. And it's another thing. A lot of us have small businesses, and we were left out of that money.
I'm a small business and I got left out. But Shake Shack and Ruth Chris got all the money.
And Potbelly.
Yeah, but here's another thing that I noticed, and I just heard, why were millionaires awarded, why were they given $1 million, was it $1.4 million, $1.7 million or something? They were giving money, like stimulus packages. Why is their stimulus, so why did they just get the $1,200 that everybody else got?
So this next round of money that's coming out, you're raising a lot of good questions, and you should be raising those, and you should be talking to your leaders, your governor who is closed. The governor's office is closed, which makes no sense as the state is now open. That is crazy. So tomorrow night, I'm going to be on this call. I'm moderating this panel discussion with the governor of New York, Andrew Cuomo, the governor of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer, the mayor of Atlanta.
Come on,
sis. My soror.
Yes, ma'am.
Keisha Lance
Bottoms.
And Senator Amy Klobuchar. And we're gonna all have a conversation. I need you to go on. It's all on Twitter and on social media. Just look. It's one of the COVID town hall series. We're gonna be talking about this and more. But I want to get back to the SBA thing really fast. The SBA is getting more money. This time, make sure those applications are every I is dotted and every T is crossed. And make sure when you go for money, you go to your local community bank that knows you, that you do business with. Go to a credit union, people who know you. Just don't run to the big conglomerates, which is unfortunate. They should know. They should take a chance on you too as well. But it's not working out. This is like. The big guys are winning, and the little people have to keep fighting. Yeah. So if I can impart any information, advocate for yourself, because it seems like certain people are advocating for those certain people. We got to advocate for ourselves, and we got to make our voices heard. And, when we hear the numbers, I'm tired of hearing the numbers. There are people behind those numbers. There are families that are broken because of this, because this is not our fault. We are told one thing. A group of people are told, okay, stay home. But then yet another group of people are told to liberate.
Go play.
Go out there with your guns and liberate. What the hell does that mean?
What does that mean?
And then wait a minute. between that time they liberating and the next 12 days, watch the spike go up in the numbers of COVID. And the question
And
is,
they
who's
look
in
like
stores?
us. They look like us. They have underlying, health issues. Even if it's just asthma, you still have an underlying health issue, and you don't have insurance because you made Obama insurance, the health insurance, so complicated and so expensive. So now they're gonna, put all this pressure on the city hospitals. This makes no sense.
And our insurance is
going
to go up our insurance is going to go up because of
that. So if you could, I really want to know, because you were in the White House with 4 different presidents. I'm not going to ask you.
I just choose not to go back right now.
I know. I'm not going to ask you who your favorite, but the number 44 is going to always be my president. I just want to know, share with me and the listeners online or the viewers online, what's one of your favorite experiences or stories when Barack Obama and Michelle Obama and the girls were in office in the White House?
Oh my God, I got so many stories. Well, let me say this to you. When they said goodbye to the world, my kids got a chance to have a private goodbye with both of them. And it still sends me goosebumps. It still makes goosebumps. And I'm not saying that they're my favorite president and first lady, but they look like me.
Yeah.
And my mommy and daddy had gone to glory, but my mother died before she got a chance to see him. And she said, we'll see. I'm that baby who was born right after the civil rights struggle and just before Dr. King died. I was a couple months old before Dr. King was assassinated. So I understand, those old stories from the civil rights movement. And we never thought we'd see that. And to see this and to be there for history, you can never take that one away from me. I had so many experiences with them. He was cool. He had his dry wit and his bop. I said,
was cool with it.
Yeah, I said, boy, he broke the mold, bopping and playing basketball. And I was so proud of that. And he was articulate and he was cerebral in his approach. He was nothing like what we see today. You could trust him. You could trust, even in the worst day of George W. Bush, you may have been mad at him. But he may not have always been the most articulate in front of the camera. He may have been a little stiff and stuffy. And yes, Katrina did happen. And he, to this day, still has a conscience and he's trying to fix it.
Yeah.
But this right here is different.
It's different.
This moment right here is different. Bill Clinton, we had a soul food dinner with him to this day. He still talks about this soul food dinner. All the Black reporters, we had collard greens, chitlins, garlic fried chicken. He said, that's why I had my heart attack. I'm like, sir, that's not why I gave you a heart attack. That's not why, I didn't give you a heart attack. So, I have had great experiences with the last 3 presidents. This president has been very tough. I've had to fight for my life and that of my children because of the nasty things he says. And I'm going to say something that I said on the Twitter the other day and on the gram. I had a picture. I think it was Friday. Yeah, it was Friday after Thursday. People were shocked. Like, did he say that? I had a picture I stole from D.L. Hughley. It was this cartoon character of what looked like President Trump with a big Clorox bottle drinking it. And I said, he called me a loser? Get the hell out of here.
Right. His behavior is so immature. It's not presidential like at all. It's erratic. He's all over the place. He doesn't have a steady hand. You don't trust him. He's not consistent in his statements he's not consistent. So what frustrates me the most is, the United States was the beacon light, the light of the world. People look to us for leadership. They look to us for a steady hand, and we were supposed to be the one that set the tone. And now I feel like we are the laughing stock all over the world. They're looking at us, and we should have learned all that China was going through when this virus hit their country. That should have been a perfect time for us to say, "Ooh, it's possible for them and that to be here," because the world is very small. I've traveled all over the world, and I have ran into friends that I know right here in Atlanta, in Europe. So you cannot tell me you didn't think that it was possible for the virus to be here. Anyway, that's another long story.
We are so global now. It's not like them versus us. We are all
Yeah.
connected. And
Yes.
It's not just through the internet. We can travel in the speed of light almost now and get somewhere. I mean, years ago, it was like, oh my God. Remember, I don't know if you and I are the same age, but I remember when I was a kid, flying was a big deal. You get dressed up. Now it's no big deal. You know, prices were even much higher back then. Now it's so common. It's like getting in the car, going down to the grocery store. Oh, I'm going to catch a flight, and I'm over there in 2 seconds.
Right.
We are so different in our mindset and how we communicate now. We come together versus being apart. So yeah, it makes sense that it would happen like this.
So why do you think some people of color, specifically people of color, are diehard Trump supporters, such as the Vernon Jones, the Democratic Georgia House of Representatives, and like the Tim Scotts and the Kanye Wests? Why do you think they're so devout followers of Donald Trump?
So let me say this. There are a lot of African Americans or Black people in this country who were Republican before Donald Trump even decided to turn Republican.
Sure.
And you have to respect that. I respect anyone's ideology, their political process. But at a certain point, you wonder why, especially when things are so blaring. Someone just told me in that Trump circle that the internal polls are showing that he is losing support. And after that Lysol comment, which he should, it shows his genius that he once said he was. But here's the issue. You have to wonder, whenever someone pulls away from this man, from this president, they're scared and they get chastised and they're put on the outer circle. People don't want to be outside. It's almost like a fraternity, this like mean girl or mean boy fraternity.
Yes.
And you know what? I lost a lot of my Republican friends when this president became president because they were like, oh, she's not, let's walk away from her. I'm like, okay, fine. But you know what? I always knew who I was. And I said, everything will bear out in time. And it's bearing out just the way I've been saying. So he hates the press. We know that. He really has a hard time with minority women, minority reporters over white reporters, because you see a big difference in how he treats them
and how he speaks to them.
Exactly. They could be on him, but he doesn't go after them like he goes after us. The way he went after Barack Obama, the divide racially, and now, I kept saying I said, I thought it was too much when he said that he was going to challenge the economy and he was going to shut down the government over the wall. That was bad. And people didn't mind. That was during Christmas time. I said, what? Everybody acted like nothing happened. And now he's talking about Lysol. When do you say when? When will people say enough is enough? With Richard Nixon, they went and said, sir, it's time for you to leave before this, because you're going to be impeached.
Yeah.
When will Republicans say, Mr. President, maybe you shouldn't run again, or Mr. President, maybe
your time is up?
Yeah.
Because I'm wondering about that, because there's so many things about him that we are so disgusted by, and I'm saying we, us, you, and some other people out there. But he's gotten so many passes. For example, we've never seen this man's tax return. We have never, even the whole, he was hating all the foreigners, but your wife is not an American-born woman. I'm not saying that she can't be the first lady because she was born somewhere else or where else, but everything. I guess I'm just so frustrated that he has been given so many passes, and it's unfortunate that his party has been supporting that. They're enabling that behavior. And so what is it that they are trying to pull over our eyes? What wool are they pulling over us that we don't see, that they need him in office so bad?
So here's the deal. The reason why people are so diehard for this president is, one, because he's supporting guns. The control. He doesn't want gun control. At least he says. One, gun control. I'm sorry, I keep getting these IG messages from people, and they're like, I guess they don't realize that I'm still working. And if I told you who it was, you'd be like, oh, okay. So, and he just keeps sending me. He's got a new movie out. Okay, anyway, he's trying.
Okay, come on, because I want to get into your personal life. Although you got a boyfriend, but
oh no, this is not romantic at all. It's just somebody who recognized me, and he's like, sis, we down. I'm like, okay, all right, Tyrese.
Hey, Tyrese,
baby boy,
come on.
I'm like, he keeps sending me this, but I'm gonna get back to him in a minute. So, but you know, guns, courts, abortion, all the principles in same-sex marriage, they are against same-sex marriages, you know, man and woman, that's what they want. And these are some of the things, the reason why they want to continue to play this game with this president's dangerous game. This is deadly. And there is no good news, no light at the end of the tunnel when people die. And it could have been stopped. Yeah. I mean, one death is bad enough, but to go down this road of all of these, and more are coming because you didn't pay attention. The oath of office you took was to protect and serve. And these people are not being serviced. There's a bidding war when the federal government could be servicing them and protecting them. The protection is gone. You're telling people to disinfect it, and you didn't stop.
Order enough masks at the minimum. You could have had enough masks here. And then now you're sending masks to overseas. Your people don't even have what they need.
Preach.
So, in your opinion, and I know that you have to be biased, but I'm just I don't understand. So why would Black people support? Do you think he's really racist?
I have no clue.
Do you think he's really racist, or do you think it's mainly about money?
You know, a lot of people believe that they're Republican. A lot of people think that once they start making a lot of commas and zeros, they should turn Republican. I'm like, really? I'm like, okay. Politics is personal, and it's how you are treated, how they treat you, and what the ideology is. You can be an independent and espouse all the philosophies from both sides, but you can still be a nice person, or you could be a negative person. You could be a Democrat. You could be very blue. You could be as blue and as progressive as Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren, but you could be nasty as hell. And if you're president, why would somebody want to support that?
Right.
You know, but people stand because they are Democrats because of what the core values are, not because of them. And it's the same thing with Republicans. There are a lot of people who stay because of the ideology. But when you enable wrong, that's a whole other story.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing.
Enablers. There are a lot of enablers, including Mitch McConnell.
I was just about to say him. Oh my God, he's so evil to me. And he knows all these things are going, but he's so concerned about getting his initiatives passed that he's not worried about anything else.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
So I want to ask you a couple more questions, and I'm gonna let you go because I know you're busy, and I know that you've been on live all day long. What is?
Wait, someone just asked. Someone just haven't seen you on CNN. I'm still there.
She there. She ain't going nowhere, honey. This lady got all the jobs.
I'm not gone. I'm not there. I'm there, but I'm not on right now. Everybody's trying to be healthy in their home. You haven't seen a lot of us. It's not just me, but thank you for loving me. I love you guys back. You don't get an April Ryan, and I'm not, this is not a big-headed thing, but you don't get a Black woman who's been in the White House for 4 presidents, 23 years, and knows stuff. I'm not going anywhere. Trust and believe. You may not see me today or yesterday, but I'm coming back. Trust and believe.
Right. And then we'll raise all kind of hell. Like, what? Just like we're going to make sure. I told my mother the other day, I said, if what's his name? Fauci.
Dr. Fauci. Well, you need to start raising hell because they're sidelining them right now. So you need
we need to get on top of it because that's the only man we trust. Okay, to standing up there with him. I want to know, and I'm curious what you would say about Bernie Sanders going to stay on the ballot. Like, I think it's irresponsible.
But what do you think? At this point, it's over. It's over. the nominee is basically, without even the convention happening, is Joe Biden.
Yes.
For all intents and purposes, it's just symbolic versus being. It's.
But don't you think it'll split the vote? Like people who are devout Bernie followers are just going to vote for him, even though he's not running.
Joe Biden is the nominee.
Yeah.
I hear you, but people, let me tell you, it was hard for them to work it out the last time with Hillary Clinton. And at the convention, it was hard felt. So some people need to still cast their ballot. If they do, let them go ahead. But at the end of the day, it's going to be Joe Biden. Now the question is, who will be his vice president? He said a woman, but he didn't he didn't say a black woman. He said a woman, but he did say a black woman Supreme Court justice. So
do you have a wish list for his vice president?
Yes, I'm glad you asked. So let me tell you, there are some people in the midst of trials, you see who a person is. Now, if it was a man, I would say Andrew Cuomo should be his vice. If it was a man. But if it's a black woman, I know people going to be mad at me. But I think we need to go down 95, 85? 95 for me, baby. Honey, I ain't mad at old Keisha Lance Bottoms.
Come on, yes!
Let me tell you something.
I love Keisha Lance Bottoms.
Let me tell you. I'm serious about this. And she's been with Joe Biden from way back when Kamala was fighting with him. Kamala Harris was fighting with him about the busing issue. So I would not be surprised if she's not on the short list. I wouldn't be surprised if he does become president, that even if she's not on the short list, she would make it somewhere within this administration.
She has to.
She has to. And the way she's holding it down. The way she's holding it down, no.
Yeah, and she's so steady. She's very steady. And that's what I always say about women, leaders. We're steady, we're concise, we have a level head. You know, we think about everything. It's not just we're thinking about the house, you know, because as women, we're multitasking all the time. So you have to think about the house, the kids, the job, the work, the field, the dog, the cat, you know, all these things.
I'm not saying this just because you're in Atlanta. I say this for real. So also on the list, I would say I would put on the list. Well, I know who's on the list. I would say Val Demings.
I don't know her.
Say Val Demings, Congresswoman Val Demings, who was in there during the impeachment. I would say Stacey Abrams. She changed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I would say Kamala Harris. But I'm gonna say this right now in this moment. I would see from the leadership standpoint in a crisis and leading a big economy in this nation, Keisha Lance Bottoms.
I like Keisha Lance Bottoms. I like Stacey Abrams. Stacey's another one. She rocks and rolls down here in Georgia. And I just think, I'm not a fan of Kamala. I think she's good at what she does, though. But I'm not a fan. I have the top two are those are my picks.
Susan Rice, no. Yes, so raw Val Demings, so raw Keisha Lance Bottoms. Susan Rice, no, it's not going to happen. And it's not going to happen for forever First Lady Michelle Obama. No.
Yeah, because she doesn't want that life. It would be amazing if she did. Oh, it would be amazing if she did. So, I don't want to keep you hostage, but I want to ask you.
My big girl just came down here too, like, Mommy, what's going on?
The kids are like, listen, I want to know something. I want to know personal things about you. So when you're not being April Ryan's, like the correspondent, you're the analyst, the this, and all these amazing titles that you have, who are you as just a mommy? Like, who are you?
One of my friends calls me the mother from, what's that Chris Rock show, Everybody Hates Chris. I said, no, I'm not. No, but I'm a mom who has to finish cleaning out her garage after moving because I had to move to save my life. From
what does that mean?
From death threats. I moved and I still got stuff from the old house in the garage and I need to bring my cars.
Who's threatening you?
Remember a couple of years ago? Anyway.
Oh yeah, that. I thought. Okay. I know. I remember.
Oh, let me say anything. They come after me. There is a big group of people who just want nothing to do but smear my name and call me.
That was lots of drama. That was big drama. I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
It was big drama, right? You forgot, but I'm always on the.
I know you didn't, right?
What am I? So we like to cook. The kids love to cook. That's their therapy, especially now. They make the best desserts. My 17-year-old makes steak that would rival Ruth Chris. She said, Mommy, do we have any cooking wine? I said, no. I said, but I got some wine that I'm not a drinker. And I said, but everybody likes to give me liquor. I said, okay, here's some wine. Take this Moscato. He was like, ooh. We're the people who are trying to put a fire pit together so that we can do marshmallows, s'mores, and do hot dogs on the deck.
Yeah.
I'm the person who, I guess I got some over here, goes on Amazon buying big things to wash the dog because we can't go to the groomer. This is in my office.
What kind of dog do you have?
I have a red standard poodle, and she's 7, and she's wearing me out. I'm the mother. We play crazy games. The kids exercise together, and they laugh at me because I grunt. And my baby girl was 12 years old. She was like, she just could not stop laughing. She was crying. I said, why are you laughing at your mama? Because you're making noise. I said, I'm not limber like you guys anymore. So
the knees don't work no more. Your check knee light came on, huh?
Yeah. So, but we are, we're just trying to make it through. I'm a mother. I'm a girlfriend. I'm a good girlfriend, if I must say. Matter of fact, that's another one. He just texted me, send me the full video that we did. We're in, he's a real estate investor, and he got me into this. So,
nice.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about it. So he's like, send me the real video. I'm the secretary for my boyfriend. I'm like, oh my God.
It happens.
I know, right?
It happens.
Do you know what I do for a living every day? Just send me the video. I'm like, oh.
It happens. So you know what? I'm excited to hear the softer side of you, because when you're on CNN and we are in the White House, you have to fight, and we know what that is. We, as a sister, I know you have to take off a hat, put on a hat. So that's why it was important to me to ask you who you were when you're at home with your babies and your dog. I have a dog too. It's not my dog; it's my brother's dog, but she's a 65-pound English and American bulldog. Right.
5 pounds. Ooh.
Girl, she big. And she loved me. So we love you. We love you. And I want to know, how can we support you? Shout out to Australia. And everybody's asking who your boyfriend is. Y'all don't even know that lady boyfriend. Relax.
Well, no. His name is Kurt. He's gonna be.
Come on, Kurt.
Hey, I know, right? He's the sweetest guy. He's an introvert, believe it or not. But he's the nicest guy, and it's really cool. We're cool. Guess where we met?
Where?
At a D.L. Hughley comedy show.
Really?
D.L.
That is funny. But wait a minute. What does a man say when they approach Miss Ryan? What does he say?
He didn't know who I was. He doesn't have cable. I said so, and everybody, all my friends was like, good. What's your credit score? Have you ever been married? He didn't know. So
I like your girl squad.
Yeah, so everybody was checking him out, and it's been interesting. But no, I told DL, I said, DL, come over to the house tomorrow, because he was doing like 4 days of a show. Come over to the house tomorrow for crabs. He said, what time? I said, around 3 or 4. I got a show at 3 or 4. I said, who has a comedy show at 3 or 4 in the afternoon on a Sunday? He said, I do. I said, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then when DL couldn't, he said, can I come for crabs? I'm like, who are you? And then so my friend's like, what's your name? They're like, do you know who she is? He was like, no. And I'm like, oh my God. Some days I just wonder, I don't think he still knows who I am.
Don't you like that?
I
like that. Because that's been my biggest obstacle when I'm dating. Guys know who I am.
Really?
And then it's kind of like, you know, in my world, I'm a big deal. And I'm like, no, relax. I'm just me. Let's just be me. Let me just be your friend, your girlfriend.
That's the thing I've always been concerned about. And being someone who has their head on a swivel, you need to make sure people really like you for you. Mm-hmm. And that has been a big thing for me. But he has really brought something to me. I've always wanted to rent homes. Since I've met him in a year, I've got 3 units now that I rent. 2 homes and 3 units.
Come on, boss lady.
From my boyfriend. So he gave me the confidence. And, you know, we're looking down the road, but we're looking. We're not saying.
I was about to say, can you see a future?
I see. Yeah. I no, I mean, yeah, the kids like them. We're good. We're good. And
I love that.
I thank God for him because he's a real good guy. If you want to know anything about real estate, Mr. Flip 410 at Mr. Flip 410. I shouldn't be doing this, my God.
Flip 14.
No, Mr. Flip 410.
410. Flip 410. Well, girl, you know when you flip it, you know that's gonna come back home. Yes, girl. Yes, ma'am.
He
again,
has seminars and all. He's an introvert, but he's a good guy.
Nice. So I want to know, how do we support you? We know that you have your new book, April Ryan Under Fire. You are author. What do you need from us to support you?
Just follow me on Instagram, follow the stuff that I'm doing, and just let me know, talk to me. Tell me, like, when you reach out to me, tell me what's going on, what you see as a problem, because you never know. Mm-hmm. That could ultimately be something that I'll investigate and find out, because that's the only way that we move the ball forward, advance the ball for the people, is to find out what's happening with and to the people and about the people.
Listen, I just want you to know we love you. I love you. I am so grateful and so humble. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support with Sister Circle Live, even though I wasn't there when they ended, but I was there when they started. And I appreciate it. I saw your tweet, and whatever's supposed to be will be. But I am so grateful that you hung out today with me on the live.
I was watching you guys before you went on TV One. And, I was just sad. I said, Dad, sisters had something positive. And I said, what in the world?
You know how I go.
But you know how I go. But see, you keep doing this. Guess what? The Lord is going to, a window closed, but double doors will open.
I always say God never closed the door without at least opening up a dog door. And I said dog door for this. Let me tell you why. And I'm going to go for this thing cut off. And you'll be able to understand this. God opens a door. A dog door is small, it's low, it's tight. And he'll give it to you, but you're going to have to work for it sometimes, because he want to know how hard you want it. Because ain't nobody trying to get on their hands and knees and climb through no dog door. But he said the opportunity is there for you, because I said I'm going to give it to you, because I promise you and I keep my promises. So he's going to make you go get it if you want it. And everything's not going to be a big giant door. You understand what I'm saying? See, sometimes these opportunities are small doors that you have to walk through, but they have your name on it.
But remember this, your gift makes room for you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. I love you. Be careful. Go take look. Tell that baby send me some steaks and some crabs.
Come on up. We got it waiting for you in Baltimore now.
Absolutely. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Hey, you guys. When I tell you, it is always a privilege to talk to just people I know. You never know, and it's absolutely a privilege to talk to Miss April Ryan. I was able to get so much great information out of her. Y'all didn't know that about her man. Y'all didn't know that at home she need to clean her. Look, just like everybody, she need to clean her garage, just like me and everybody else probably on this live. So, I'm excited you guys came to hang out with me. Like I said, I'm here every day, Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You never know who's going to be here with me. I have a fantastic week. Make sure you guys check me out. You don't want to miss this week. And then also on Sunday, we have Celebration Sundays, baby. When I say Celebration Sundays, they're going to be turned up 5 p.m. every Sunday. Go to church, y'all, online, because right now outside ain't open. So go to church online, settle in, maybe have some lunch and some dinner or something, but then come see me on live at 5 p.m. on Sunday. And make sure you come see me Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. I appreciate you, and I love you so much, and I'm so grateful that you guys chose to hang out with me today. And I don't know what you're doing or where you're at or who you're doing it with, but just remember that you only have one life, okay? And this is your life to live. So own it. Have a good time. And just remember that, today is not promised. Tomorrow's not promised, y'all. You got to push through. And I see you telling me my got personality. That's why I want to close it. Listen, y'all, I love you. I love you. I love you. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And make sure you go to my YouTube channel. I'm going to put this whole entire interview on YouTube. All the flaws and everything. It does not matter. We are going to put it on YouTube. So it's K Dancie, KDANCIE. Again, I love you. And I'll talk to you very soon. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. Same place, same time. Bye.